Have you ever imagined escaping from a monstrous typhoon, only to feel the ground beneath your feet shake violently as if it wanted to swallow everything whole? A night when nature delivered two deadly blows, a storm and an earthquake. Is there anywhere left to run? Or is this a warning that humanity has become far too fragile in the face of Earth's power? This is natural destruction. Stay until the end of this video, because what you are about to hear could be survival lessons that may save your life when nature unleashes its fury again. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button now so you won't miss the stories that leave the entire world breathless. September 27th, 2025. It was 5:49 in the morning in Longxi County, Gansu Province. While people were still asleep, the ground suddenly trembled. Roof tiles fell like hail, plates smashed onto the floor, and walls cracked open. One terrified resident recalled, "I wasn't awakened by the rooster's crow, but by my whole house shaking. I grabbed my child and ran outside. Behind me, the roof collapsed." Within minutes, countless traditional brick and earth houses crumbled like sandcastles. People fled barefoot into the cold darkness, flashlights trembling in their hands. But the nightmare wasn't over. More than 40 aftershocks followed, some as strong as magnitude 4.5, forcing people to relive the horror of escape again and again. While the north was trembling from the quake, southern China was still drowning in the aftermath of Super Typhoon Ragasa. Nature allowed no pause, no breath, no rest. Gansu lies on the Loess Plateau, a vast region of soft soil and thick sediments, much weaker than bedrock. When seismic waves pass through these layers, they are not reduced. Instead, they are amplified, echoing like sound in a deep valley. That is why people living on soft ground often feel stronger shaking, and why destruction can be far worse in these regions. But that is not the scariest part. Hidden beneath the surface is a silent killer known as liquefaction, when solid ground suddenly begins to behave like liquid. During intense shaking, groundwater pressure rises, soil particles lose contact, and the ground loses its strength. Buildings no longer have solid foundations. They tilt, they sink, they collapse in a matter of seconds. This is not theory. In the Songyuan earthquake of 2018, magnitude 5.7, liquefaction produced ground cracks, mud bubbling up, and waves rippling across the soil as if it were a lake. In Gansu, where the ground is already water-saturated, the risk of liquefaction is even higher, and that is exactly why entire villages crumbled so quickly. Then comes the human factor. Most rural homes in Gansu are built with mud bricks, without strong steel frames. They are already fragile. Place them on unstable ground, and they become easy prey for the quake. One strong jolt, one slip in the soil, one sinking foundation, and a whole house can snap apart. For homes near fault lines, slopes, or narrow valleys, the danger is multiplied. In the dark of Gansu, the Li family in Majiak village survived by mere seconds. As the quake struck, the mother clutched her son and ran outside. Just moments later, the roof collapsed where they had stood. That night, they huddled around a fire, shivering as aftershocks thundered like war drums. The little daughter sobbed uncontrollably because her favorite doll was still trapped in the ruins. A small detail, yet it captures the true tragedy. In disasters, not only do walls fall, but childhoods are buried too. Meanwhile in Guangdong, a fisherman wept bitterly as the sea swallowed the boats he had spent his entire life building. A mother screamed her child's name in the raging floodwaters. Can you hear their cries echo in your heart? If you're watching this right now, share this video, because today's warning could save another family tomorrow. While Gansu trembled, the south was still in ruins. In Guangdong, more than 1.89 million people were forced to evacuate. Hong Kong and Macau were paralyzed. In Taiwan, at least 17 lives were lost, dozens remained missing, and Hualien City was swallowed by mud. China looked like a wounded giant, bleeding in the north from earthquakes, drowning in the south from floods. Could any nation withstand such a double strike of disasters? That very night, 280 rescuers, 42 specialized vehicles, and over 2,000 pieces of equipment rushed into Gansu. Under the flashing emergency lights, they dug through debris and secured unstable slopes, knowing every minute could mean life or death. In Guangdong, over 50,000 utility workers strained to restore power. Yet after 30 hours, hundreds of thousands of homes were still in darkness. Candles flickered in broken houses, while fishermen wept for the ships the waves had devoured. And as if nature had not done enough, out over the South China Sea, Typhoon Ragasa was forming. The chilling question remains: could this be the third strike? What remains after such days of terror? Lesson 1. Nature spares no one. From bustling cities to remote villages, we are all vulnerable. Lesson 2. Prevention is survival. Earthquake-resistant buildings, flood defenses, and personal preparedness are the only shields we have. Lesson 3. Human compassion is the light in the darkness. When roofs collapse and power fails, only the arms of others keep us standing. So ask yourself, if disaster struck where you live tonight, would you be ready? Do you have an emergency kit, an evacuation plan, a way to protect your children? Or are you still believing nature will pass you by? This is natural destruction. If you believe this video matters, subscribe and share it. Because what you learn today could save your life tomorrow. Nature will test us again. But if we prepare, if we stand united, then no matter how fierce Ragasa rages, no matter how violently Gansu shakes, humanity will rise again from the ruins.